It's not just Biden's ratings within America. While the US's desire to extract itself from this Afghan quagmire is understandable, the hasty pullout has really exposed the EU countries and NATO, correct? I mean, they've been blindsided by this move, and they're the countries who are now going to have to deal with refugees. It'll be particularly France and Germany, where you are, who are going to have to dig deep in their pockets and pick up the tab for the refugees. What's the mood? What does this mean for the US's standing, globally in the EU and in among NATO countries?
Well, I think at this point of time, no one is going to accept the mistakes that they have made and, the collaboration that they have said yes to the US. And it was basically a US war where the NATO help and all the European countries help with them, right? So no one is going to say, well, US made a mistake, because the US itself is not saying that they have made a mistake. True. They're just saying that, we have made a decision. Well, Mr. Donald Trump might have signed the agreement, but Mr. Joe Biden didn't have to carry the decisions that Trump has made, right? So he could have literally dropped the decision being made by the Trump administration and dealt with this situation differently. Now, I think Mr. Shah has mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, the name, Professor Shah has mentioned that yesterday when we were listening to Taliban is collaborating with the US to make sure that the Islamic State K will not hurt people anymore. And it was like, suddenly we are making Taliban look like a good cop. So I think, and to my understanding, and not only to my understanding, and I want to be the voice of hundreds and millions of Afghans suffering from the current situation, we as Afghans, we do not believe that this is something just came out of the blue. There was a statement from the Taliban spokesperson that there will be consequences if they will speak about extending the 31st of August evacuation date. So there is a strong belief that this incident happening yesterday, this has happened because of showing that how much power they have and what can happen if there will be talks on extending the evacuation. And secondly, to make people internationally and nationally in Afghanistan to start believing on Taliban and saying, well, we are the good guys, we will protect you, and the enemy is someone else. And I think your colleague from Delhi, sorry, I cannot see the name, it's written very small. We need to see this, and this is what I was speaking yesterday. Like this, we need to see where the core is, where Taliban are coming from, where the extremist groups are coming from, and how to stop them. Because this has nothing to do with Afghanistan. Afghanistan is the enemy of its geography. It's so easy to protect all kind of Islamic, protect all kind of or cover up all kind of extremist activities, because you can hide easily in Afghanistan, in the mountains, between the mountains somewhere, and it's so hard for people to catch you. So Afghanistan will be used as the land of Afghanistan will be used as a place where terrorism will take place, where Pakistan or any other organization involved with supporting and giving resources to Taliban or to any extremist groups will be using Afghanistan for this matter, and at the cost of the blood of Afghans, at the cost of the women of Afghan, and at the cost of children of Afghanistan. So this is something which is being played extremely poorly. This was one of the extremely bad, and I do not have even word to express my anger and the anger of millions of people who have suffered. The decision was completely taken one-sided and has not been taken and considered about the lives of the people who will be dying. And out of the blue yesterday, all the news channels, apart from some, were all talking about the 30 military people died. And of course, my heart, it's heart-wrenching, it's very painful. There were also people, they were also human beings, and they had also families. But out of, like, all of a sudden now people were talking about the 13 people, where we were saying
while
from
we
the
have
very
90
first
at
day,
least who have
And
who
we
have died
and we
on
were
the
saying,
ground.
all the Afghans were saying from the first day that this will happen. This will happen. It will cost the life of people. But, you know.